Right, Shalom, Shalom. It's Brother Yatazadak, hero of Israel. I'd like to start off by giving all honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Today we're going to go over Numbers chapter 22, going into the Hebrew. So Lord willing, you're edified, giving all honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Let's get right into it. This is Numbers chapter 22 and verse 1. Wayasai, and it reads, Wayasaiwa, Benaiah, Yasha'ala, and they journeyed, the sons of Israel, Wayachanawa, Ba'arabath, and they encamped in the plains of Moab, Mawa'ab, beyond the Jordan, or beyond Jordan, Ma'abar, La Yaradan, to Jericho, Yarachwa, Wayara'a, Balak, Ban Tazapar, and he saw Balak, the son of Tazapar, to all which did Israel to the Amorites, right? Atha called Ashar, Aisha, Yasha'ala, La Amaria, right? Wayagar, Mawa'ab, Mapanaya Ha'im, and they feared, and he feared Moab from before the people, exceedingly Ma'ad, Kaya, Rabbah, Hawa, because of the multitude that is, Hawa, Waya Quataza, Mawa'ab, meaning, and they dreaded Moab before the sons of Israel, Mapanaya, Benaiah, Yasha'ala, right? So that word Quataza, right, it's just a lesser extent of Quatazap, which means indignation, right? So this is like a word of a lesser force than indignation, right? Waya Amar, Mawa'ab, Al-Zakwanya, and he said Moab to the elders of Midian, Madayan, Aitha, Ya Lachakwa, Hakwahal. Now they will lick up the congregation, Atha, Laka, Salakia, Atha call Sabiap Tayanawa, to all which is round about us, right? Because that word lachak means to lick, right? Ka lachak, like which licks the ox, hashawar, to the greenery or to the grass, right? Atha yarak, because yarak means green, right? Or grass, denoting grass, right? Hashada, of the field, right? While Balak ban Tazapar, and Balak, the son of Tazapar, which was a king to Moab, Malak la Mawa'ab, in time that is, Ba'atha ha-hawa, right? So in essence it says, and he said Moab to the elders of Midian, now they will lick up the assembly to all which is round about, us, like licketh the ox to the grass of the field. And Balak, the son of Tazapar, was a king to Moab in time that is, as in that time, right? Let's see. Verse 5. Wayashalach Malaakim al Balam, And he sent messengers to Balaam, the son of Beor, Patharah, meaning the interpreter, Ashar al-Nahar, which is beside the river, right? The translation says Euphrates, right? But it doesn't say that, but it is speaking about the river Euphrates, right? And Salakia, I'm correcting myself, a river is bigger than a brook, right? Nahal, right, is a smaller river, right? Or a stream, right? Aratazah, Benaiah, Imwa, right? Meaning the land of the sons of his people, right? La Quara'a, Lawa, to meet unto them. La Amar, to say, behold, Hana, I'm Yataza'ah, a people has come out from Egypt. Mama Tazarium, Hana Kasa, Atha Ayan, behold, they have covered to the eye of the earth, or the face of the earth. That's what it's denoting. Ha Aratazah, Wa Hawa, Yashab, Ma Malaya, right? And that is, they dwell beside me, right? So this is what the messengers of Balak said to Balaam, right? Salakia. And he sent out messengers to Balaam, the son of Beor, the interpreter, which was beside the river, as in the river Euphrates, in the land of the sons of his people, to meet him, to say, behold, a people has come out from Egypt, behold, they have covered to the face of the earth. And that is, they dwell beside me, right? Because the reason why Balaam was called an interpreter, because he was a soothsayer, right? Which is, right, modern day soothsayer would be a tarot card reader, one that for example, may do palm readings, right? Things of that sort, right? Which Kwasam, right, means a soothsayer, right? So not only did he soothsay, but he also had other means, right? Like you will read on in the later verses, that he was able to curse and to bless, not because it was of his own strength, but because the Lord had given him that gift for this purpose, right? In order for this account to take place, right? You didn't have, right, back then, individuals with that ability, and even today, right? Today, most magic is just smoke screens, right? And deception. That's all that magic is, right? It's not real, right? Just like the witch that divine foresaw, right? Not that she had that ability, not that everyone at that time had that ability, but the Lord gave her the ability to call up Saul from the dead, right? In order, right, to let Saul know that he would die in battle, right? And that is through the form of by the spirits on the left side, right? Which are angels that work on the left hand side of the Lord, right? Which are evil spirits, right? Which had, and these are those which appeared unto Balaam, right? So the Lord was dealing with him, but through the angels on the left-hand side, right? Let's see. Numbers 22 and 6. Wa'aitha laka na'a ara laya, meaning, and now go now to curse for me to the people this. It's like a curse for me to the people this. Atha ha'aim hazah. Kaya itazam, because mightier Hawa, that is, they are than I, right? Mamanaya. Awalaya, meaning pre-adventure, right? I will be able to smite upon them. I will call Naka Bawa. And I will dispossess them, Wa'a, or Slake, and I will thrust them out, Wa'a Garash Nawa, from the land, Man Ha'arataza. Kaya Yadai Thaya, because I know you, Salakia, Atha, which you curse, Ashar, Thabarak, or Salakia. I know you, to that which you bless, Ashar, Thabarak, they will be blessed, Mabarak. Wa Ashar, Tha'ar, Ya'ar, and which you cursed, they will be cursed. Verse 7. Wayelakawa Zakwanya Mawa'ab, and they went, the elders of Moab, and the elders of Midian, Wa Zakwanya Madayan, and right, Wa Kwasamyam Bayadam, right, and soothsaying in their hand, as in rewards for soothsaying, right, in order to render payment unto Balaam. Waya Ba'awa al Balaam, and they entered unto Balaam, and they spoke unto him, Waya Dabarwa al Yahweh, the words of Balak, Dabarya Balak. Verse 8. Waya Amar al Yaham, and he said unto them, tarry here, la Yanawa, pa, the night, ha la Yala, and I will return unto thee, Waha Shabbathia, Athakam, word, the bar, ka ashar, like which he will speak the Lord unto me, Yadabar Yahweh, Alia, and they dwelt the princes of Moab with Balaam, Wayashabwa, Sharia, Mawa'ab, I'm Balaam. Wayaba'a Alahayim, al Balaam, and they entered the powers unto Balaam, right, which was the angels on the left hand side, right? Waya Amar Maya Ha Anashim, and they said, who are the men these, Ha Alha, with thee, I'm Ka. Waya Amar Balaam al Ha Alahayim, and he said Balaam to the powers, Balak the son of Tazapar, king of Moab, Balak Mawa'ab, has sent unto me, Shalach Alia, Hana Ha'aim, Hayataza'ah, Ma Matazorium, meaning to say, behold, the people that have come out from Egypt, they have covered to the face of the earth. Or Salakia, behold the people that have come out, or Salakia, behold, a people has come out from Egypt, and they have covered to the face of the earth. Wayakas atha ayad ha arataza. Aitha laka gwaba laya. Now go and hollow out for me, as in, right, curse them for me, right? Or consecrate them unto me, as in, right, pour a curse upon them, right? Because that word kwaba means to hollow out, right, to pierce, right? But it also means, right, to consecrate, to use for a purpose, right? Atawa, meaning you. Awalaya, pre-adventure. I will call, I will be able to fight. La halakam, upon them. Bawa, and thrust them out. Wa garash tayawa. Waya amar alahayim al balam. And they said the powers to Baalim, La'a thalaka, do not go with them. I'm hum. Do not curse to the people, right? La'a tha'ar, atha ha'im, kaya barak hawa, because they are blessed, that is, right? Wayakwam Baalam, Ba Bakwar, and he rose Baalim in the morning. Waya Amar al Sharia, and he said to the princes of Balak, Balak, Lakwa al Aratazakum. So Balak said, go to your land, Kaya Ma'an, because have refused the Lord Yahweh to give me, right? Or Salakia, to place unto me, Lathathia, to go with thee, right? Ha laka, laha laka, I'm come, right? Wayekwamwa, Sharia, Mawa'ab, and they rose, the princes of Moab, and they came in unto Balak, Waya Ba'awa, al Balak, and they said unto him, Waya Amarwa, he has refused Balaam to go with us. Ma'an, Balaam, Halak, Imnawa. Wayasap, Iwad, Balak, and he added again Balak to send princes, more, Shalach, Shariam, Rabiam, and honorable, Wa Kabadium, than these, or of these, Ma Alha, Wayaba'awa, al Balim, and they entered unto Balim, and he said unto them, Waya Amarwa, Lawa, thus says Salakia, and they said unto him, Ka Amar Balak, thus saith Balak, son of Tazapar, Ban Tazapar, right? Al Na'a, do not now refrain. Thamanai, right? Because that word manai means to refrain, right? Of going unto me, right? Mahalak Alia. Kaya kabad akabad ka, because surely I will honor thee exceedingly. Ma'ad wakal ashar ta'amar, and all which you say unto me, Aliyah, I will do. Aisha. Walaka na'a kwabal laya, and go now, right, and hollow out for me, right, or consecrate for me, right, as in separate them unto a curse. To the people this, Atha ha'aim hazah. Waya aina Balaam, and he answered Balaam, and he said to the servants of Balak, Waya amar al Ibadia Balak, I'm Yathan Laya, if he gives unto me Balak Malah Bayathwa, the fullness of his house, silver, kasap, Wazahab, and gold, I am not able, La'ah, I will call, La Ibar, to go beyond to the mouth of the Lord, Atha Paya Yahweh, the Lord of powers, Allahaya, right? La Aishath, right, to do, Quatana Awa Gadala, meaning to do anything least or great, or from the least, Salakia, least or to the greatest, right? So it says, and he answered Balaam, and he said to the servants of Balak, if he gives unto me Balak the fullness of his house, of silver and gold, I am not able to go beyond to the mouth of the Lord, meaning to that which the Lord will command him. The Lord of powers, to do anything least or great or greatest, right? Wa'aitha Shabwa Na'a, right? And now dwell now upon this, Bazah, even you, Gam Atham, right? As in dwell with me, right? Ha Layala, the night, Wa Adaya, and I will know what he will add, Ma Yasap, the Lord to speak with me, Yahweh the Bar Amya. Wayaba'a Alahayim al Balim, and they entered the powers unto Balim by night, Layala, Waya Amar Lawa, and they said unto him, I'm Laquara, right? If they have called unto thee Laka, go with the men, Ba'awa, Ha Anashim, rise, Quam, go with them, Laka Atham, Wa Aka Atha Hadabar, and however to the word which I will speak, Ashar Adabar, unto thee, Aliaka, you shall do, Athawa Tha'aisha. Wayaquam Balaam, and he rose Balaam in the morning, Babaquar, Waya Chabash, and he saddled to his ass, Athanawa, right? So that word Athan means a female ass, right? The word Chabash means the saddle, but the root word, it means to wrap around, right? Now let's look at the etymology for that word. Salakia. Let's get that real quick. Where is it? Salakia, bear with me. The word is Habash, Strong's H2280. To bind on, to bind about. To saddle, to bind on, bind up, right? Habash, to wrap firmly, that is the root, right? We'll look at some of the precepts, which there's a lot of precepts that have that word, right? Genesis 22:3, and Abraham rose up early in the morning and saddled his ass, right? But he wrapped his ass, right? As in preparing for a journey, right? And took 2 of his young men with him, and Isaac his son, and clave the wood for the burnt offering, and rose up, and went unto the place of which God had told him, right? Exodus 29:9, thou shalt gird them with girdles, Aaron and his sons, and wrap the bonnets on them, right? So it means to saddle, right? To wrap, right? Wrap around, right? Which is how you prepare a saddle. You wrap around, right? Uh, um, the animal in which you are saddling upon, right? Let's look at another precept. Book of Job. Job chapter 5:18. For he maketh sore and wrappeth up, right? He woundeth and his hands make whole, right? In the sense that he wounds and he heals, right? He wounds and his hands, by his hands, right? He heals as well, right? Wayalaka I'm Sharya Mawa'ab. And he went with the princes of Moab. Verse 22. Wayakar Ap Alahayim. And they waxed hot the anger of the powers, because he went Kaya ha right? Ha meaning he, laka meaning to go, right? Hawa he, waya wayataya tazab, right? And he stood, an angel of the Lord, Mala'ak Yahweh, in the way, Salakia, Badarak, Salakia, La Shaitan, for an adversary, right? Unto him, Lawa, Wahawa, Rakab, and he rode upon his ass, right? Al Athanawa, or she ass, right? Female donkey, right? Wa Shanaya, Nayar Yawa, right? And 2 of his servants with him, right? Because that word Nayar really means a young man, a young woman, right? In this case, right, since the ha isn't at the end of it, it means right, it will read, and two of his servants with him, right? Verse 23, Wata Ra'ah Ha-Athan, right? And saw the ass to the angel, Atha Mala'ak of the Lord Yahweh, Natazab Badarak, meaning standing in the way, Wa Harabwa Shalapah, and the sword drawn out, right? The word shalap means to draw out, right? A weapon. In his hand, Bayadwa Wathat Ha'athan, and inclined the ass, as in he turned away from the angel, because the ass was able to see the angel in the way that stood up to withstand Balaam, right? Man Hadarak, from the way, Watha Laka Bashada, and went in the field, right? Wa Yaka, and he smote Balaam to the ass, Atha Ha-Athan, Laha Lahatatha, right? To incline it unto the way, as in to turn it back, right? Hadarak. Waya Imad Mala'ak Yahweh, and he stood the angel of the Lord, right? Bama Shayal, upon the corridor, right? Because that's what that means. Shayal is denoting a narrow area, right? But more specifically, a corridor, right? Let's get that etymology. Salakia, get that. Strong's H4934. Mashael, a narrow way. Hollow way, road shut in, right? Which is a corridor, right? Of a road shut in between vineyards, right? Which it could be any type of a corridor in any type of location, right? Could be in the midst of a city or whatever the case may be, right? The root word is Shael, Strong's H81 68. Shael, hollow hand, handful, right? From an unused root, meaning to hollow out, right? So it says, and he stood, the angel of the Lord, upon the corridor of the vineyards, Ha-Karamim, Gadar, Mazah, right? Which were, right, hedge about from this, because that word Gadar, it means a hedge, right? Could be any type of hedge, right? Or a fence, right? Could be a hedge of thorns, it could be, right, a hedge of bricks. In this case, it is a hedge, right, in between the vineyards, right? For example, I'll show you real quick. Right, and you still see places like this in Europe, right? They have what? See if I can draw it real quick. kind of like grass mazes, right? Which they may have plants right here, and then it turns into another area, right? They'll have, right, another set of bushes, right? So they're small corridors, right? So it says, hedged about from this, Wakadar Mazah, and hedged about from this, right? Meaning, right, the bushes were trimmed out in order to make narrow paths, right? Salakia. Verse 25, Watha Ra'ah Ha'athan Atha Mala'ak, and saw the ass to the messenger, to the angel of the Lord Yahweh. Watha Lachatazah, and drew itself out, right? Al Hakwayar, unto the place dug out, right? Because that word quayar means to dig, right? Watha Lachatazah, and drew itself out to the foot of Balim, Atha Regal Balim, Al Hakwayar, right? Meaning to the place which was dug out, right? Wayasap Lahakatha, right? And he added again to smite her, right? The she ass, right? Let's see. So this is what it looked like, right? Just give you an example, right? This is where the bush is, right? And then, right, the way it's cut about is it's trimmed from the top, trimmed from the side, and the other side, but then under it you have it's trimmed also, right? Or there's a place dug out in between that, right? So there's a space here that the ass of Balim kind of walked towards, right? In order to get away from the angel of the Lord, right? So essentially what happened was that the ass drew itself out to the foot of Balim, right? So that it hit that hedge, right? So he may have hit his foot on the hedge itself, on the bush, or, right, he might have got his foot stuck in that place which was dug out, right? So Balaam smote his ass once again, right? Numbers 22:26. Waya, Wayasap, and he added, right? Salakia, yeah, and he added the angel of the Lord, Mala'ak Yahweh, to go beyond him, Ibar, and he stood in a place narrow, Waya Imad, Bamaquam, Tazar, Ashar Ayan the rock, in which there was no way, right? Um, so what the angel did, right, as the ass went in another direction, the angel flew over that area, and he met Balaam, and he stood on the other side in a place where he was not able, right, um, to get away, right? Because that word tazar means narrow, right? Ashar, Ayan, the rock, right, which there was no way, right, to incline, la, la natath, as in to turn, Yamayan, to the right and to the left, wa shama'al, watha ra'ah, ha'athan, and saw the ass to the angel, atha mala'ak, of the Lord Yahweh, watha rabatazah, and she crouched under Balim, Tachath Balim, because that word rabatazah, it means to crouch on all fours, right? Wayakar ap Balim, and he waxed hot the anger of Balim, and he smote to his ass. Wayaka atha ha'athan, upon a stick, bamakwal, right? But that doesn't mean stick. It actually means ba meaning in, ma meaning of, qual, which is the root is qualal, meaning something light. So it could have been a branch. It could have been, right, a small whip, like with which you would beat an animal, right? Like they do with the horse races, right? Forgot what it's called, but you get what I'm saying, right? Verse 28, Paya patha Yahweh atha paya, and he opened the Lord to the mouth of the ass, ha'athan, Slakia, watha amar, and she said to Balim, la Balam, ma ashayataya, what have I done unto thee, laka, kaya, ha kaya thanaya, right? Kaya, ha kaya thanaya, right? Because you have smote me, this, za, 3 times, shalash regalium, right? Because you have the word paim, which means, right, a stroke. Regal means foot, but when it's plural, right, it would be, for example, you say right here 3 times, right? It will be roughly translated as 3 steps, right? But we know with context that it says it's denoting how many times Balaam smote his ass, right? So other times you would read, for example, Shalash Payamyam, meaning 3 strokes, 3 strikes, right? As in 3 times, right? Salakia. Waya Amar Balaam La Athan, and he said Balaam to the ass, Kaya Hatha Ilal Salakia. Kaya Hatha Ilaltha, because you have revisited upon me, Baya, right? Unto him, right? Lawa, which is what he said unto his ass, right? So he said that unto him. Yasha Karab, meaning if there be a sword in my hand, Bayadya, kaya aitha, because now, Salakia, harag thayaka, meaning I would have smote to kill thee, right? Because that word harag means to smite, to kill, right? Salakia. Verse 30, Wata Amar Ha Athan, he said the ass unto Balaam, Al Balaam, Hala Anakaya, Athan Ka, meaning, is not I your ass, which you have ridden? As in, am I not your ass which you have ridden? Right? Ashar Rakabath. Upon me, Elijah, um, Ma Iwadka, right? Meaning, even unto thee, right? As in, have I been your ass unto this day, right? Ad Hayawam, meaning even till today, this. Hazah, right? Ha Hasakan, Hasakan Nathaya, right? That word Hasakan means wretched, right? Which it reads, surely you have been wretched unto me, right? La Aishawath Laka, for that, for which you have done, uh, um, you Laka, thus, Ka, right? Waya Amar La'a, right? And he answered no. So basically it reads, and said the ass unto Balaam, am I not your ass, which you have ridden upon me, even you, even till today this, even to this very day? Surely you have been wretched unto me, right? Um, so that word La Aishawath, it actually means to the doings, right? As in, to that which I have done unto thee, Laka, right? Thus, right? Ka. Balaam said no, right? So basically, the ass of Balaam said, have I not been your ass, which you have rode upon me, even to this very day? Surely you have been wretched unto me for what I did for thee. Rasalakia, to how I have been unto thee, right? Thus, and he said no, right? Because ass was saying, right? I've been your ass until this very day, and this is you reward me with wretchedness, right? Numbers 22:31. Wayagal Yahweh Atha Ayanya, meaning and he removed the Lord to the eyes of Balaam, as in he opened his eyes in order so that he would be able to see the angel, right? Waya Ra'ah Atha Mala'ak, meaning and he saw to the angel of the Lord, Yahweh, standing in the way, Natazab Badarak, Wa Karabwa Shalapa, and his sword drawn out in his hand, by Yadwa Wayaquad, right? And it says, and he bowed his head, and he bowed down onto his nose, right? Because that word quad means head, right? Shatak means to bow down. Ap means nose, right? So he bowed down, so it will read, and he bowed down his head, and he bowed down unto him, unto his nose, right? Waya Amar al Yahweh Mala'ak Yahweh, and he said unto him, the angel of the Lord, Alma Hakayath, upon what have you smote to your ass, right? Meaning, why have you smote your ass? Atha Athanka, this 3 times. Za Shalash Regalium. Hana Anakaya, meaning, behold, I have gone out. Yataza Athaya, to be an adversary. La Shatan, right? So you know this was an evil spirit on the left hand side, right? They met Balaam in the way, right? Kaya Yarat Hadarak La Nagadia, right? So it will read, because to ring up, that word Yarat means to wring out, right? When you dry clothes, you would twist it, right? To dry it out, right? Which is what that word means. So essentially, the angel said, right? How do you say it? Meaning to frustrate the way in which you are going, right? Kaya Yarat Hadarak, right? La Nagadia has been revealed unto me, right? So that was what the Lord commanded, right? To send the angel to be an adversary unto Balaam, so that he may frustrate Balaam in the way, right? To frustrate his purpose, right? Watha Ra Anaya Ha Athan, and I saw the ass Wathat La Panaya Za, and she turned before me this 3 times. Shalash Regalium. Awalaya, meaning pre-adventure, right? She would turn from before me, right? Natatha Ma Panaya, right? Kaya Aitha, because now, even Gum Athaka, I would have smote thee, or Salakia, even I would have smote Haragthaya, I would have smitten to kill thee. Wa'atha Ha Chayayathaya, right? And her I would have spared, as in the ass, right? Salakia. Verse 34. Let's see where we're at right now. All right. Waya Amar Balaam al Mala'ak, and he said Balaam to the angel of the Lord, Yahweh, Chatathaya, I have sinned, because I did not know. Kaya la'a yadaithaya, because you stood to meet me in the way. Kaya atha natazab lakorathaya badarak. Wa aitha I'm right, and now, if it is evil in your eyes, ba ayanyaka, I will return a shawaba unto me, right? As in, I will turn me back, right? Waya Amar Mala'ak Yahweh, and he said the angel of the Lord to Balaam al-Balaam, Laka I'm ha-anashim, go with the men, wa apas, and to the end that which you will speak, atha ha-dabar, which I will speak unto thee, ashar adabar al-yaka, athawa, right, unto thee, or Salakia, you will speak thadabar Wayalak, and he went Balaam, with the princes of Balak. I'm Sharia Balak. Wayashamai Balak Kaya Ba'a, and he heard Balak because he had entered Balaam, and he went out to meet him. Wayataza'a Lakwarathwa, to a city of Moab. Al Ayar Mawa'ab, Ashar al Gabal, which is upon the border, or Salakia, beside the border of Arnon, Ashar ba Quatazah, which is in the end of the border, Hagabal, right, which is at the end of Arnon, right. Waya Amar Balak al Balaam, and he said Balak to Balaam, right, Hala Shalachthaya, meaning, have I not surely sent you out unto me, right? Unto thee, al yaka, lakwara'a, laka, to meet thee, right? Lama la'a, talakath, to what have you not gone unto me, right? Alia, right? Ha amanam, meaning truly, am I not able? La'a, I will call, right? To glorify thee, right? Kabadka, right? As in, or to honor thee, right? As in with riches, with gifts, right? Verse 38, Waya Amar Balaam al Balak, and he said Balaam to Balak, Hana Ba'athia, behold, I have come in unto thee, al Yaka, Aitha Hayakal, I will call, meaning now, surely I am able to speak anything, the bar mawama, right? Ha the bar ashar Yeshayim, the matter which they will place the powers Alahayim in my mouth, papaya, to that I will speak, Athawa Adabar, right? So now basically Balaam was saying, okay, now I've met thee, right? Now I can tell you anything that you need me to tell you, right? But I can only speak what the Lord hath put in my mouth, right? Verse 39, Wayalaka Balaam, I'm Balak, and he went Balaam with Balak, Wayabaawa, Quarayath, Hatazath, and they entered, right, to that which was called Quarayath, Huzath, Huzath, right? Which is why it isn't translated as city or anything of that sort, because it's saying that that was the name of the city, right? Verse 40, Wayazabach, Balak, Bakwar, Wataza'an, and he sacrificed Balak, herds and flocks, and he sent out Balaam, Wayashalach la Balaam, Slakia, and he sent out for Balaam, Wala Sharyam, and to the princes which were with him, Ashar Athawa. Verse 41, Wahaya ba Bakwar, and it came to pass in the morning, and he took Balak to Balaam, Wayakwach Balak Atha Balaam, and they ascended up, Waya Ilawa Bamath, right? Meaning they ascended up to the high place, right? Or to the heights, right? Because that's what Bama means. It means a height, right? Or a high place, which they would offer sacrifices, right? And they ascended up, right, to the high place of Baal, Wayara'ah, Masham, and he saw from there the end of the people, Quatazah, Ha'im, right? So this is what it would look like, right? Salakia. Get that real quick. Right? So you have, for example, that rock that they have in the Lion King, right? Where that, I forgot what it was, a chimpanzee or something. He held the Lion King, up, or the cub, right? If you remember that scene, right? This is where Balaam and Balak went unto, right? So they were standing, right, to a high place, right, where they offered sacrifices, right, to Baal, right, which is really, it just has to do with an idol, which kind of like Asheroth, right, which is a fertility idol, an idol that they sacrificed unto, right, because they believed that it would give them good increases in the time of their seasons, right? That's all Baal really is. It's an idol, right? Slakia. Um, damn. Uh, it was a fertility. They would sacrifice unto it, right? And they believed that they would receive their increases, right, in their seasons, right? So it was a fertility god, right? So Balaam and Balak, they went up to the high place, right? And they saw afar off, right, all the Israelites encamping round about, right? So it was a whole bunch of, right, tents set up, you know, everywhere, right? They saw all the people, right, encamping round about Moab, right? Right. So with that, this Numbers chapter 22, going into the Hebrew, right? Lord willing, you ratified as Brother Yatazadak, hero of Israel. And as always, giving all honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Kwam Yasha Allah, Abad Babal, Shalom.